Laborers are most respected here. Xiefeng. November 22, 2007. The most respected people in Lifechanyuan are not the exceptional functions, the wise men, the greatest talker, self-centered people, learners of the classic doctrines and moralizers etc., but the laborers. The builders of Lifechanyuan are the laborers, which include the people managing the website and homeland, the people writing for Chanyuan on the basis of Lifechanyuan values, the people in the other websites reprinting the corpus of Lifechanyuan, the people machining gems, the people follow the plaster on the internet to praise and encourage Chanyuan celestials, the people who prefer searching the articles, music and pictures according to truth, goodness, beauty, love, honesty, credit and then reprinting them on this website, the people who kindly and sincerely discuss, exchange, experience about life, time, space and human life. The laborers may not write articles filled with wits and wisdoms, may be short of the debated talents, may be too stupid to show one's intelligence, may be with ordinary performance, may unable to explain Buddhist doctrine or Tao, may be unable to recite or apply the paragraphs or sentences in the classics, but their souls are the most beautiful and their conducts can prove that they have obeyed the instructions of the Jesus, Buddha, Lao Tzu and the sages. It is impossible to amaze the people with a single brilliant feat here. Here one needs to work and make a tribute silently in a down-to-earth way, and the merits of Lifechanyuan are the examples for us to learn. If one wants to be respected by others, one has to become an arduous laborer. Laziness is a big enemy of home without marriage and family. Xiefeng. August 31, 2008. I roughly browsed the reasons of the final failure of some ideal communities in history. The result is that all of them are killed by laziness. Everyone is busy in seeking enjoyment, reaping the fruit of others' labor or drifting along. As time passes, the building of the ideal homeland collapse. In order to make home without marriage and family established by us to flourish, grow, and enter into the ideal state, we have to learn from the lessons of history, so the number one enemy of homeland is not others but laziness. It is the long-term strategic target for home without marriage and family to conduct the life and death struggle with laziness. Every member of home must possess the elementary qualities such as rising up on hearing the crow of a rooster and practicing with the labor tools, getting up at the crack of dawn and cleaning the courtyard, making a firm resolution to make good, constantly striving to become stronger and working hard every day. Diligence can achieve the good future, and laziness can even ruin the blessing of God. Laziness can destroy everything. It can make one sink into vice, can corrode one's will, spirit, mind and physical body. It can ruin a whole diligent community, influence the healthful spirit of a community just like virus. At last, it makes everything stay in the doldrums, dead as a doornail, depressed, and finally decay to extermination. Laziness is a kind of virus, is the biggest devil for a man. Once laziness becomes his second nature, he will gradually become a walking corpse and running flesh to harm himself, others and homeland. Someone summarizes, the lazy man is bound to be an ordinary man is bound to be a complaining man is bound to be a painful man is bound to be a misfortune man, and a misfortune man is the lazy man. God helps those who help themselves. Heaven helps those who help themselves. Natural law punishes those who are lazy, and heaven will abandon those who are lazy. Diligence symbolizes beauty, and laziness represents ugliness. The 8 features of laziness are as followings. Seeking no progress but ease and comfort, one is indifferent to anything but prefers reaping the fruits of others. Irresponsible for anything but prefers loafing, muddling along and eating the bread of idleness. Stays up late at night and gets up late in morning without regular daily life in a weary state. Indulging in games with no desire to make progress, one idles about all day and muddles along without any aim. Sluggish and lazy, and never perfects one's skill but only pursues leisure and fears hardships and fatigue. Greedy on eating, sleeping and playing with a confusing head and 4 lazy limbs. One never participates in anything personally or carries out self-criticizes but prefers complaining, grumbling and criticizing the industrious people. Sluggish, prefers postponing and performing one's duty in a perfunctory manner with numerous excuses, one finally accomplishes nothing. Running water never becomes putrid, and a door hinge is never worm-eaten. Excellence in work is possible only with diligence, otherwise everything is ruined in laziness. Once laziness becomes one's second nature, he will idle away everything into nothing. If one is diligent, one is skillful in everything, otherwise if one is lazy, he will be accompanied by countless illness. The tower of 9 stories rose from a small heap of earth, the journey of 1,000 miles commenced with a single step. A small leak will ruin a big dam, the beautiful homeland will be ruined in laziness, so home without marriage and family will fight against laziness from beginning to end. For homeland, the laziness is AIDS, cancer, viral dysentery, robbers and devils. How to carry out the life and death fighting with laziness. The Chanyuan celestial equipped with laziness are not allowed to enter into home without marriage and family. The Chanyuan celestial equipped with laziness and remaining impenitent are not allowed to live in home without marriage and family. Anyone who pities, tolerates and sympathizes with laziness means committing a crime to home without marriage and family. The lazy guys will be disdained by the others in home without marriage and family. No one is going to associate with lazy persons. One radish, one hole. Do not leave any opportunities for the lazy persons to utilize. Home without marriage and family will regularly organize some community studies to analyze the lazy thoughts, lazy habits, lazy style and lazy psychology. Once there is any incipient tendency, we will get rid of it from our thoughts. We will praise, eulogize diligence and award the highest honor to the diligent people. Home without marriage and family belongs to all Chanyuan celestials, and every Chanyuan celestial is the owner of home without marriage and family. If someone regards home without marriage and family as hotel or private company and regards himself as migrant job hunting boy or public servant, he makes a mistake on cognition. If home without marriage and family is regarded as the manor of Shui Feng or the dean, it is an even bigger mistake. Only when each Chanyuan celestial regards oneself as the master of the home and perform the duty and obligation of the master, home without marriage and family can flourish and grow. All our ideals can realize in home without marriage and family. Adam and Eve are forced to leave the Eden because they do not know how to treasure. The ideal communities in history disappeared under the erosion of laziness because the people do not fulfill their master's duties and responsibilities. Whether home without marriage and family can move on continually to the ideal shore depends on the efforts of each Chanyuan celestial. Whether we can survive or die depends on whether we can defeat laziness.